Welcome back, the whole world. So now that's debatable. I'm your host, Sidney Smith, with my two co-hosts here, my two brothers, Dion Curry, Warren B. Hall. What's good, fellas?
After you,
Yo, yo,
Dion.
yo, and a bottle of rum.
What?
Everything's great. It's been a great day. Great day. You never heard that? Yo ho ho and a bottle of
I
rum?
have, but
Oh.
of course, Dion out of nowhere with some shit with the movie reference, the movie quotes. This time he dropped that one on me. Hey, everybody. Mondays normally don't start cracking till 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you're in luck. Today they start popping off around 8:30. So put your kids to bed. Go ahead and get your Robitussin out. Start sipping on it. If you got somebody on the side, put them away. Get back on that text messaging after the show's over because we about to get into some shit tonight. What up, Lee? Lee is on with us. What's up, Lee D? It's been a while, man. Lee, next time you come to AZ, which I don't know when, make sure you let me know because I want to go out and have a beer with you and grab some more wings, man. We got a good one for you guys tonight. It's going to be a little bit of a quick one because we got some stuff to do, but it's going to be a little bit of a quick one, but it's going to be a good one. Before we get to that, I want to talk to my brothers real quick. Let me start with Dion, the pirate. Dion, what's good, man? What's going on this weekend? Where you headed off to?
Yar, just want to thank our patrons. You gotta thank our patrons before we start anything. So
Go ahead and thank them. Go ahead.
I want to thank Shandis, Katie Horgan, Cammy Wilson, and Kathleen K, our top tier patrons, for all the support that you guys have given us over the year that we've been on. Thank you guys so much. I'm headed to Atlanta on Thursday. Miss Pat's recording her first Netflix special, and we'll be doing that this weekend. So, yay!
Very cool.
Cool.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
very, very cool. Glad you were able to get that opportunity, man. Opportunities just seem to keep happening for you. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that you don't have any first world problems. so,
The foreshadow lingers.
yes. Warren, what's up, man? What's good with you?
It's been a good week. We were talking about working out. Made sure to get it in this morning while everyone else was still sleeping. You guys are probably awake. It was like 9:30. But I've been getting it in. I want to keep doing what I was doing on the boat that got me into a better shape. I'm trying to maintain it. Maintain.
Yo, real quick before we jump to the show, Warren, do you change your diet at all, or do you still eat smoked macaroni and cheese even though you're working out?
Less. I'll
Okay.
eat it, but far less.
Okay.
Far less. Because, that one week, I think I made 3 in 1 week. It was crazy.
It was matinee, all of the smoked macaroni and cheese that you kept showing us and not really
So
sending
good.
anywhere. You could have overnighted some
So
shit,
good.
but you did.
I could have. Should have.
I should get on David's ass because he lives right here in AZ and has not brought me any smoked macaroni and cheese. All right, that's a little inside baseball. All right, Lee is with us still. Lee, yep, man, absolutely. Make sure when you come out there, man, hit me up. Cheryl is with us. What's up? And then Facebook user says, hey to you too, Facebook user.
Jessica Hopperton.
Okay, Jessica, thank you for being with us again. Jessica,
And hey,
jumping in with us every single week. All right, I'm gonna try to keep my same pace, even though this is gonna be a quicker show. So let me introduce this to the audience. Now, I told both of my brothers here this story earlier independently, and one of them, because he's an asshole, took an asshole approach back to me and laughed at me. The other one was less of an asshole about it and did what he normally does and tried to find my viewpoint in it. So this what happened. The wife and I went to church. The wife and I went to church yesterday to support one of our brothers. He's a minister. He was guest speaking, so we went over to check that out, and it was a great day. Then we left. I had wanted to get home and hit the game, but we were hungry, so we thought we would stop at one of our favorite sandwich places. All right. Now, normally I'm not into sandwiches because they're just awful. I hate Subway and shit like that. But this place, Mr. Good Sense, located on Bell and 83rd Avenue. If you are here in Phoenix, this is where this place is located because I shall never be going in there again. I go in there. First thing I see when I walk into there, a bunch of new employees. Now, if you know anything about me, at least I've been told I'm very particular. All right, so I like things done a certain way. So when I see new employees, I know right away y'all about to fuck me. All right, so I'm about to say, you know what? I don't want to go anyplace else. We're gonna get these sandwiches. We order our sandwiches. They make Tamara's sandwich. She slides to the right. like you're supposed to. I go up, get mine. I can already see they're jacking this up. But I ain't gonna say anything. Just try to get this sandwich, man. Sliding to the right, watching these new employees putting like way too much oil and vinegar. Who puts that much oil and vinegar on a sandwich? This sandwich, I'm gonna be able to swim in this bitch. You putting so much oil and vinegar on here. So it gets to the end, and I, again, because not to overuse the word, am particular. I always get my sandwich cut in half, wrapped separately. You know why? Because they may not want to eat all of it at the same time. No reason to unwrap something if you're not gonna eat it. So I watched this new employee as the old employee is hovering over his shoulder, watching him like a hawk. And as this new employee who's old enough to handle a knife and should have cut sandwiches before, in fact, that should have been in the interview. How do you cut a sandwich? He cuts my sandwich and he holds half of it and smashes it down. And inside, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And as I'm thinking that, oh, what are you doing? I can hear the supervisor who's watching them like a hawk say, and say, you shouldn't have held it down like that. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna let them make this correction on their own, because there's no way you're gonna give me a sandwich where if you smash half of it where all the mayonnaise and the meat and shit are shooting out the sides of it now. But they do. They try to wrap it up. And I step over to the register, I peek around, say, hey, my man just smashed a sandwich. He goes, what? Like he didn't just see this happen. Further infuriated me because I know you just saw this. So he steps away, goes down to the other end. I'm thinking, all right, my man's about to make sure they get me another sandwich made. Steps back over this way. Then I see these 2 wrapped sandwiches come over and stick them in the bag. I say, what are you doing? He says, you asked for them to be wrapped separately. I said, he smashed half my sandwich. He didn't say anything. I took these sandwiches off. I threw them back at him on the counter. I said, get that shit out of my bag. I'm not paying for that. Ring me up for what my wife ordered. Just looked at me, didn't say a word, picked up the sandwiches, walked to the back, spoke to whoever he spoke to over there. He's like another little nerd over there, and then walked over. I was so infuriated by this situation. And I know last week I talked about my eyeglasses and whatnot. And after I thought about it, I felt even older. That's the only thing I could think to say was, where's the customer service? What happened to good customer service, man? And so I was very infuriated by this. Very. Go, Warren, you want to jump in?
But tell them the question you asked us when you called us.
The question
after telling us the story.
You're right. I apologize. So my question is, because I got to watch my pace, even though we're going to do a quicker show. So the question is not only to the master debaters, but to my brother. And I threw it to you guys individually, and now I want the world to hear what you guys think. Was I wrong? I mean, would you want your sandwich smashed as it was being made yourself, Warren?
What he did add when he told me, he didn't mention this time, was the reason why the guy smashed it was because he was trying to hold the sandwich while he cut it. So when he said it, I could see it in my mind. I could see he tried to get that grip on it and then cut it, and he leaned to it. I totally see it. My answer was it depends on what kind of sandwich it is. Because certain sandwiches can be squashed. If you order that Italian BMT, just ham, salami, cheese, it can be squished to a degree. But if you're getting like a, I don't know, meatball, something with au jus sauce, that'd be a big no. But to me, again, it depended on the sandwich, but I could totally see you in that situation, losing your stuff. And Tamara warming the car up because she knows there's going to be something going on. She got to run and jump in the window. But yeah, I wasn't that mad at the guy, but I've been in that situation. So I'm understanding. Again, like you said, I'm understanding of the situation. I once fought a guy over pepper jack cheese, so I get it.
I like it.
Here I am sitting in a petty sandwich. We got petty to my left and petty to my right. I said pepper jack, not salted jack. What is you doing? Sidney, this is the most nothing thing to get mad over. I'd have told you, like I told you when you called me. I'd have told you to your face, your teeth gonna smash this sandwich. So what's the difference? I would have looked at you like, man, if you don't take these two sandwiches, you could beat me outside, and I'm gonna show you why these sandwiches cost more. It's a sandwich, bro. It's not fine dining. It's literally a sandwich, bro. Sandwiches get smashed all the time. Literally, when you put chips on a sandwich, what do? You smash it
First
down.
of all, I'm not a 6-year-old. I'm not putting chips on a sandwich and
You're
smashing
not
it
a
down.
6-year-old.
And
Cut
the
it in
next
half.
and the
I might
next
not
thing
be able
is
to eat it
the
all at
next
once.
thing is
Sound like a
I
6-year-old to
wish
me.
that gentleman behind the counter had said something to me about going outside. I I threw the sandwiches at him with a purpose. I want you to give me a reason to drag your ass over this counter right now after
You
my
are so
sandwich has been
petty.
smashed. I'm not
You
petty.
are so.
I'm not petty.
He said, how much oil and vinegar do you need? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Oil and vinegar and Sydney do not mix because you are swimming in anger right now over
See,
a sandwich.
Look,
You saw the dude was new. You ain't cut him no slack. He he
I
he might have
I cut
smashed
him slack.
half.
I cut him slack. I didn't cut the guy
No,
who
you
was
didn't. No,
supervising.
you know that sandwich you didn't buy came out his check, right?
I don't give a shit.
So
I
you
don't give a
didn't cut
fuck.
him no
I don't give a fuck. Let it be a learning lesson. He won't smash another sandwich in that bitch. I tell you that.
that would have been the great line had he fought you when you said come outside. He's like, you saw me smash that sandwich. You know I got heat. And you guys get to it. But see, what's funny to me is I can't help but think of the time Dion was mad at another
See,
performer,
here you go, bring up some old shit. We're talking
Yeah.
about Sydney
It-
right now.
and I was eating my own food, minding my own business at the table,
See,
and I had a fortune cookie, my fortune cookie. I hadn't bitten into, I hadn't opened it, and he's so mad at this guy. He comes over and smash. Don't talk to me about professional, and destroyed
I'm
my
petty.
food.
I'm
You're
petty.
like, oh, okay. I guess I'll make another wish for something to happen, and I won't know what my favorite numbers are this week. 17, 23. I don't know.
And Warren, that's what I love. One of the pettiest
no,
people we both know is sitting in the middle, trying to call us petty.
Everybody knows I wouldn't just smash Warren's cookie. Be smashing Warren's cookie. Yeah, I remember smashing Warren's cookie. He was rich. He could get a new cookie.
Reference King approaches again. Yes.
Anger's a hell of a drug.
Yes, I was so bothered, and I'm taking a little bit of a beating here from our master debaters as usual. And I told you guys I would. I told you they wouldn't see it my way. Someone said, "Oh, Cheryl says you sound too picky." Cheryl, damn it, how dare you? All right, I'm not too picky. I'm just used to things being a certain way. All right, Facebook user, and I'm assuming this is Jessica, is saying, "Tell me you're old without telling me you're old."
Yeah.
Yes. Then someone says
Yeah.
grilled cheese has to be squished. Wasn't grilled cheese, and a grilled cheese doesn't have to be squished either. You gently
What kind of
flip
savage
the grilled
doesn't
cheese.
squish their grilled cheese?
Thank you. Dave Peace, who I just got done being interviewed on his podcast. What's up, Dave? Thanks for jumping in here. He says, hashtag Team Petty. So let's throw that in there. Then Michelle attacks me. She says, my grandpa would get mad about stuff like that too. And he smashed it like that sandwich. Look, man, I just think there's a certain level of customer service that has been lost out here in the world. And that was a great example of it.
Before we move, can we just analyze the fact that he smashed the half you weren't gonna eat immediately? So, like, you still had half a good sandwich, bro.
Are you
You
serious?
still had.
Half
Yeah,
of this
I'm
sandwich?
serious.
How do you know which half I was going to eat first though?
Well, I can tell you weren't gonna eat the smashed half because you were too upset. That's how I know. You treat that smashed half like a stepchild.
I was
Could have taken that hit for the team. I'll take that half.
Tammy did. She tried to give me her sandwich. She tried to give. She said, "Don't worry, don't
Good
be
woman.
bad.
Good woman.
Don't be bad."
Give me a
Now-
sandwich, Sydney.
All of that being said,
Give me a damn sandwich.
He's looking sad in the passenger seat. No sandwich. He's got two sandwiches.
So Cheryl says it all goes down the same. Look, Cheryl, I'm gonna say this.
Thank you.
Dion earlier was at a restaurant getting something at the drive-thru, and told a bald-faced lie. And I said to him, I said, as he's laughing at me about my sandwich, he ordered some fries. I said, well, I hope they hand you all your fries smashed. And he said, I wouldn't think nothing of it. I'd eat them anyway. You are a bald-faced lie. Your ass, Mr. Petty himself, would throw a fit about all these French fries being smashed in his carton.
You clearly don't know my fast food game. I expect the less, and when I get it, I'm satisfied. I knew what I was getting into. You walked into brand new employees. They don't know your steez. They don't know your style. Cut that man some slack. He wrapped it individually like you asked. He got it half right.
You know what? And I think about you every time I go to a fast food restaurant, Dion, because every time I leave, I think Dion is so fucking wrong. There's no way I would give these motherfuckers $15 an hour. No way. No way. You can't cut a sandwich.
You're so Republican.
Someone said, I mean, it's fast food. Yeah, it's fast food. Doesn't mean it's supposed to be smashed and shitty food. I know it's fast food. But do it fast, but do it correctly. All right? How come I've had a sandwich cut in half before without it being smashed in half? Warren? But Warren understands. Warren has beat people up for less.
I did have a altercation, we'll call it, at a Subway where I told the guy, hey, I want the Italian BMT, but I don't want the bread. And he was like, what do you mean no bread? I go, just wrap it up normal, no bread. He's like, well, it's going to get messy. I go, I don't want any mayo. I don't want any mustard. I just want just the meat and the cheese and wrap it up. He goes, I can't do that. And I go, I'll pay for the whole sandwich. I just need you to I don't want the bread. I'm not going to eat it. I don't want to waste it. He goes, I can't do that. So he purposely makes a sandwich, hands it to me. I stand there with a line of people, open it, take it apart, put the bread on top of the counter in front of everybody. Just as I do that, the manager comes out, looks at that guy and goes, what's going on here? And he's like, that guy did this and he's not going to eat it. I go, I told him, tell him my story. And the guy looks at the guy and goes, why don't you just give it to him with no bread? And then he got yelled at. I felt vindicated, ate my stuff, walked outside.
You know what I love?
So I understand, Sidney. I understand.
Thank you. You know what I love about that story? I love that the employee pointed at you as if the manager was the daddy and y'all brothers. Well, Warren did it. like you was you are a paying customer. That's my point. Do it the way the person who is paying you wants it to be done. And what should have been done in my case, somebody should have took their minimum wage ass back down there to the end of the sandwich, at the beginning of the sandwich line, and made me another sandwich. That is what should have been done, and it wasn't. Piss poor customer service. Customer's always right. All right, let's move on.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they are not.
I agree the customer's not always right.
Well, in this case, customer's always right. So let's.
You were the customer. Your wife was the customer. You were just a shitty no sandwich having ass nigga in that sandwich.
I was paying.
You didn't buy nothing.
My card was out. All right. This is the card we use. Makes me a customer. It says someone here says, "I bet that poor guy won't ever smash a sandwich again." Goddamn right. I helped him. The next guy may have jumped over that counter and whooped everybody's ass in there. He would not have been as calm as I was. So I saved lives that day. And I don't think
saw sandwich. Don't saw. Chop.
And you don't need to smash it. Good Lord, man.
Oh my God, it's a fucking sandwich, bro. You can get this man fired over a goddamn sandwich.
Look,
He smashed the bread. Now this guy loses his job. He loses his family because he can't afford his court bills. He'll never get to see his kid again. All because you couldn't handle his hand being pressed down on your stupid ass bun that you were gonna smash with your own hands when you went in to bite it anyway.
I do not smash my food. I do not smash my sandwiches when I pick them up. All right, so I would
It was
not.
probably a gloved hand too, so he was pretty safe. It was a gloved hand.
And the next thing is when you lose everything, you never make that mistake again. All right, so this would have been a lesson for him. All right, let's move on away from my old man tendency that I was having that day. Though I do believe customer service is just not what it used to be. Warren, you're older than I am. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that.
Would you agree that customers aren't the same as they used to be?
Yeah, I'll say that too. I agree with that.
All right, then.
That. So the whole world's going to hell in handbag? Okay.
Wait, Warren's the perfect person to deliver bad news to you. It's just so,
I went
so
to Dante's football game this weekend,
yeah.
and they got destroyed. They were dismantled. It was bad. It was bad, and I realized I've always wanted to be on the football team, but not play. I just want to be the guy when something bad happens. I go up to you and go, "Hey, coach wanted to talk to you. He looked kind of angry." No, no, he told me to hold your jersey. I'll take the jersey. You just go that way. Thank you. That'd be a great job.
Someone here says, I don't know if you were calm. Can you guys let me know who said that?
Jessica.
Oh, okay. Jessica, I was very calm. All right. I was chill.
I don't think you were calm.
You threw the sandwiches back on the counter.
Oh,
No
oh.
Come at
calm
me.
person.
I
Uh,
Meet me outside over pastrami and rye.
and when I turned around, everybody who was behind me had taken a good foot step back away from me.
I see that.
Someone said dang, and then someone said all over a sandwich, LOL. It's not the sandwich, it's the customer service. Y'all are missing it. It's the customer service. It's not the sandwich.
Again, you didn't buy anything, so you weren't
I
a
did
customer.
buy something. Stop telling me that. Treat me like I was browsing. Hey, Macy's. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. All right. We're going to jump in here to our next topic here. I don't see Kath on, but we'll do a topic anyway. So I guess we'll listen to it later. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take this one. This one comes from one of our loyal master debaters. Life insurance. Do you have it, and do you see it as something that is important to have, whether you have it or not? I am interested in what Mr. Dion has to say about this one, actually. I've been waiting on pins and needles to hear about this one. Dion, your thoughts?
I can see Sidney right now. This my life insurance policy? It's smashed. Send it back. You put your
I
hand on half
don't
the
need
money.
life insurance. I don't.
You guys are terrible.
As a 36-year-old black man, it's not something I think about, but I probably should think about it. Life insurance is important. You never know when you're gonna check out. I mean, we've lost a lot of celebrities early. Look at Chadwick Boseman. Ezel just died today. He's only 55.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like I don't think about it. I don't think about death like that. But at the same time, life insurance, all insurance is one of those bills where if you don't use it, you should get some type of money back. I mean, I've been paying car insurance for 15, 16 years now. I've never been in an accident, and all that money's just gone. It's gone nowhere. The insurance company uses it for somebody else who keeps fucking up, getting sandwiches and not eating them. It's frustrating.
Warren, what's your thoughts on it?
Got a family, so of course. But like Dion said, if your life is going, let's say, decently well, you're probably not thinking about death at all. Not even an I'm invincible. Just I drive okay. I'm not gonna land on my head. So I don't think anybody thinks about it probably like they should. But think of your family, think of your loved ones, think of who you want to fight over your possessions. One of my favorite lines was in the movie Mr. Saturday Night. He's talking to his brother, and he goes, "Where are you going? We gotta settle Mom's estate." And he goes, "Estate? I get the house coat, you get the slippers. What are you talking about?"
That's it. The wife tends to make sure we're up on all that kind of stuff. If it was left up to me, I'm probably right there with Dion. I'm pretty healthy. I'm doing all right. Not death isn't something I think about until someone close to my age dies. I think that's for most people. But it's obviously definitely important. I don't think anyone out there can say that it's not important. But I should have looked this up earlier. I didn't have a moment. I am curious of how many people are probably walking around who don't have it. I would say a lot, because anytime something happens, you're driving down the road, they're trying to sell water or something on the side of the road to pay for somebody's funeral. So I'd say a lot of us are walking around without it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree that there's a lot of people walking around without it. And at the same time, you got to be careful if, people are putting policies out on you, and, your food start tasting funny. You know,
What?
you guys are married, so just be careful when she says, "Can you sign this real quick?" And you don't real
That's how I
quick see
found out
what
we
real
had
quick
life
means.
insurance.
That's how you
Exactly.
I was like, what? We got what? What you did? What? Yeah.
So as a single dude, it's not again, it's not. I don't even think about it. I don't have the disposable income for my disposal. So, when I die, all my bills are gonna be paid because I don't have any. Like, don't pay my last cell phone bill because I ain't gonna be using it. So fuck it. They can turn the phone off. Um, like I don't care how you bury me. I'm not in that body anymore, so it ain't my problem. If you want to put me outside with the trash and let them collect me on Tuesday,
Oh man,
so be it.
I thought we do something a lot cooler than that. We would do it like they did on that movie Troy, where they put you on that raft and push you out there to
Oh
the
yeah.
water, shoot
Shoot
a
a
arrow.
flaming arrow at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. That's old school. Put me in one of them Jeff Bezos rockets and send me to the moon.
We can't afford that.
You said you had no money.
they
You got
they
spaceship money?
they not just letting anybody. You know what? You see a motherfucker who don't have any insurance who leaving with all the bills behind, just telling other people how they supposed to spend their money to bury him.
I'm just saying, that live bodies cost money. Dead bodies don't cost shit. I don't
Uh,
need a spacesuit. I don't need oxygen. I don't need none of that.
I
You don't even got to put a seatbelt on me.
I personally think I personally think if I put you in that space capsule with old Jeff Bezos and sent your ass to the moon, you would come back and haunt me for putting you up there with that cowboy hat wearing bastard.
Somebody wouldn't come back the same. That's for sure.
All right, let's see what the folks here are saying. Cheryl says, I just recently purchased life insurance after losing several friends my age. That is the thing to kind of think about. And, excuse me, Warren, have you been dealing with that quite a bit these days with people that you kind of
I'm not
have
sure
known?
how old you're calling me. But yeah,
He just
it's
called
happened
you
a
old as
couple of
fuck.
times. He did. Warren, this happened a lot in your line of age.
Did not.
Put a mirror under his nose. Is he alive right now? He's good. He's
But
good.
people, but like AJ Johnson just died. And I didn't even see how he passed away. Dion, did you see what the report
I didn't
was?
see how he passed away either.
Just passed away. I'm sorry. Who's the other person who just passed from Norm McDonald just passed. He wasn't very old. People are moving on to the afterlife here
The
more often.
upper room when Jesus.
People are dying. It seems like a lot younger. Maybe it just seems like that because we're older. Maybe that's what it is for me.
Yeah, nice
We
little
own
cover.
deck.
Yeah, I've seen it happen a couple times and you're right. That's the only thing that makes you think about it is it happening to someone you know, which is why I think a lot of people feel the way they do about COVID. I don't know anybody who got COVID, and then you meet people who know people, and they see it totally different. So
Great point. Great point. Great point. Dion, what you gonna say?
I was gonna say I kind of like the GoFundMe route as opposed to giving all this money to the insurance companies.
You like the GoFundMe route?
Yeah, the crowdsourcing is nice. You can see who really cares about you when you reach your goal.
You can't see shit.
true.
You already go, motherfucker.
It's like, God damn, my best friend only gave me $3.50.
Were you guys aware that Shakespeare, when he died, he was nobody. He was penniless.
I didn't know that.
It wasn't until after he died that all of his stuff went platinum and whatnot. So a lot of people consider him one of the best playwright writers. Blah blah blah. He didn't even know it. So how sad is that? You're considered the great of that time, and you didn't even live to see it, and you couldn't pay your bills.
Man, could you imagine what kind of asshole he'd be if he came back right now?
Oh yeah.
Man, oh man, what kind of dick douchebag Shakespeare would be?
Hear ye, my shitteth don't stank.
All right, let me hit some more of these comments real quick. Thank you guys for watching the show. Don't forget to click that share button if you are laughing along with us. I'm laughing a lot. Warren's laughing a lot. Dion's laughing a lot. Hopefully you guys are too. If you are, click that share button. All right, so it says only reason I have it is because it's offered through my work. A lot of people have it because of that. A lot of people, if they lost a job, they wouldn't worry about having any life insurance. That's the only time you see people go ahead check that box off for us because they get it through work for like pennies on the dollar. But how much life insurance do you really want to leave for someone though? How much partying do you want people to do? I want them to have just enough money to bury me and be sad. I don't want y'all living it up after I'm gone. Just enough, just enough.
Ooh, these Sydney death sandwiches taste so good.
Call back King sitting in the middle. Call back King. Warren. Well, I mean, I don't want to know how much you have, obviously, but I mean, am I wrong? I don't want people living it up and partying and
The
paying
wife
off the
knows the
house.
numbers,
I want Tamara
and
to have to pay
sometimes she
that
gives me
mortgage.
that look that worries me. I, I I want you to be well off if you can. I mean, as well off as I can get you, without you trying to knock me off. You know, if I can get the family some money, that'd be great. But I don't want it to be so high that you're thinking about how can we get rid of this guy.
Yeah, I want Tamara to still have to pay the mortgage after I'm gone. So I don't want her think.
She still got to go to work, baby.
I
Thanks.
don't, right. I don't want her thinking, man, life show is good now that he's gone.
They eating sandwiches, talking about,
Uh,
we should have did this earlier.
See? Exactly.
Someone says, I don't have it, but should some policies from deceased relatives have been essential to survival? I'm sorry.
Michelle Nagata.
What did she say? I don't have it, but should some policies from deceased relatives have been essential to survival? Did I
So
read
she's
that
saying
correctly?
she doesn't have it, but people who have had it have passed on, and the money that they left behind has been essential to her survival.
That's what I thought she was saying, but I didn't want to jump out
I
there.
don't know if she meant herself or just to other people who went through it. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt that she didn't try to leech.
Cheryl says, I also got my wheel done. Cheryl, you got what you leaving me, girl? That new Jeep, I hope. Cheryl just got a new Jeep. Leave that for your homeboy.
I think she's leaving you bread and ham so you can make your own damn sandwich.
What up, Slim?
No oil.
Slim, for people out there who just may be jumping in, man, I had a issue at the sandwich spot yesterday on the way home from church, and they were wrong. I was right, and never really got resulted. So that's kind of what
I
he
love how
referred
you
to.
went to church, got a message, and just disregarded it as soon as you was hungry.
I wondered what was the message. Get yours.
Hey, I said I went to church. I didn't say I preached the sermon. All right, squeezing my sandwich. Dion said, "quote Bury me on the moon, bitch."
That was
Hilarious.
that easy.
What up, Di? If you have people you care about, it's worth it. Okay, worth the expense. For kids and spouse, they say 10 times annual income. Whoa, that's a lot of damn money. That's a lot of
That
money.
ain't gonna be enough to bury me.
10 times the income. What's the purpose of 10 times the income? Warren, do you think that's the correct
I
numbers?
honestly I don't know the numbers at all. I don't know. I know tombstones are hella expensive, way more than you expect them to be, right? Because you think it's a rock. It's not. That's where they get all the money. That's more expensive than the box usually they put you in.
You know what? I'm with Dion over here. The insurance company, I always have said I wanted to come up with something. Some type of business where people just pay me for something that they never end up having to use, but they never complained about it. just happy to give me
Doorknob?
money. Was that?
Like a doorknob. You make
Absolutely.
doorknobs?
Well, yes, but you're not legally obliged to buy a doorknob the way you are to have car insurance. So every year you drive around with car insurance, I got to pay this shit. Nothing could ever happen. You kick me nothing back. There's no reward to me for not getting into an accident. You just take all my money. And here's the kicker. Here's the thing I love. If I get into an accident, you punish me by raising my goddamn rates. It's the craziest thing to me.
And they attempt to deny it by law. It's like their unspoken rule to deny the claim first,
Yes.
which is super jacked. I've been paying all these years, and you're gonna just deny me? Period. Hoping I won't fight back.
Right.
You see what I did over a sandwich?
I will never share with you people ever again.
I meant myself.
Someone says, well, yes, I do want to hear this Pepper Jack story one day, though. So someone says, I'm single with no kiddos, though, so I don't think it's much. Also, don't have too much debt. Is that
Jessica
Jessica
Hopperson.
again? Okay. So Jessica can get off a little light there. Raphael De La Ghetto was appreciated until the Fresh Prince of Bel Air went off the air. Cannons to the left of them, cannons to the right of them. Wait a minute. Let me do it right. Cannons to the left of them. Cannons to the right of them. I don't know if you guys remember that episode from Fresh Prince where I want to say Jazz plays Raphael De La Ghetto, some poet or some writer or something, and that was the quote: "Cannons to the left of them." Who put that? Was that Davizi?
Yep.
Yeah. So yes. All right. Let's hit a few more of these before we move on. LOL. No, not my own personal or oh, okay. So this is Michelle saying not for her personal survival. Cheryl's. Someone said Cheryl's leaving you a sandwich. Ain't this about it? Dion, did you type that?
No, that was Jessica.
Jessica, you coming after me? And then Cheryl puts right underneath it, I leave you nada. She ain't that about a bitch.
You don't even get a sandwich.
No, nothing. Nothing. Not a loaf of bread, nothing. Facebook user says 10 times covers time off work to grieve, pays daycare and support for kids until they are out of college. Seems like a lot of money.
Danae Turner.
Danae Turner. Okay. Look, just saying, somebody got to pay this mortgage still. I don't want that being done off my death. So, Robert says, put me in a running pose and wrap me in a dynamite and boom, there's my funeral.
Jesus.
Very.
Are they harvesting your organs first?
Why's he got to be in a running pose? What are we doing here? What's going on? And then someone says either get insurance or save up at minimum of $15K to $20K for the funeral services, unless you get cremated. Okay, all right.
That was Davizi.
And then beneath that, that's from Dave Ramsey, Financial Peace University. I assume that's
Dave Ramsey.
And Cheryl says, I just got enough to cover my debts. Got you, Cheryl. Okay, that's cool. I got you.
My uncle years ago had just gotten married. He was, I think he was 36 years old, and he bought a brand new car, and it had one of the things on it. If you die, you sign up for this, whatever, it'll pay for it. And he's like, I'm not gonna die. And of course, he died 3 months later, and they ended up repoing the car. And it was one of those things where he made a big deal about the fact that they're not gonna get me with that sucker tax to get me to blah blah blah. And then of course, it would have helped his wife out, and they would have been able to keep the car.
Yeah, that's a sad situation there. Sad situation. Thanks for bringing me back to earth. I guess I will make sure that Tamara can take a few months off from work.
Trying to help.
Yeah, she will thank you for that. Deanna,
See, I'm the exact opposite. I want my people to live it up when I'm gone.
See?
We are.
Do something you never done before off my expense. I ain't here no more.
Oh man, that's
We did. We killed a man. See?
Robert Scott says, make people wonder what I'm running from. Man, that's what he wants to put in that running pose. Make people wonder. And don't tell them I'm dead. Nice. All right. We're going to move on to our next topic. We're going to hit our top 5, which comes from our top 5 king here, Mr. Warren B. Hall. And tonight's top 5 is things that you, what would we say there, Warren? I want to make sure I got it right. Things you need, not would, not want, things you need to change. And we're going to run through these. And we're going to do this as we always do it. We're going to start with Warren B. Hall, but you guys share with us what are your top 5 things you need to change. Warren, what you got?
One of the things I think we need to change is, I'll say for myself, is our social media presence. Because the three of us are talented comedians. We're funny. We've got some TV credits, some writing credits, some producing credits, some writing credits. We've got all kinds of stuff. Yet, we haven't blown up yet. We're worthy, so we need to do something to relearn, to refigure. We need to change our media presence because we're worth it. We're worthy. We're worthy.
You know the crazy thing about social media and your presence, I think it's this weird thing about entertaining and being an entertainer, period. What comes first? Does the adoring fans come first? Does the content come first? It's almost like how do you balance it? And at what point do you not want to look like a bragging a-hole? And and I know I'm being contradictory to a certain extent to the way the world is now. But I think that may be something that, if not the three of us alone, but many people in our line of work struggle with. I mean, you agree, disagree, Dion, Warren?
Well, to answer your question, the content always comes first. You can't get fans without content, so you got to put out a dope product that people like. But at the same time, you don't want to oversaturate the market with yourself to where people can get access to you without being quote unquote fans, or they can just be casual observers of your content and you don't get anything from it. So there's a very thin line that you have to balance. And if I could figure it out, I would have done it by now. I do what I do, and I hope it works. I could be better at it, but me personally, that's I just like doing this. Like, if we got rich overnight, that would be fantastic, and I'm hoping that it does happen. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to want to quit doing this show. I'm not going to want to stop doing what I'm doing, because I genuinely enjoy doing what I do. And that's the only reason that I do it, is because I enjoy it.
You know,
I
I
guess
just
what
get
frustrates me. Okay, go ahead. Like, so
no.
what frustrates me is the casuality sometimes. So I disagree with Dion a little bit in the sense of it should be content. I think it should be content, but sometimes it's not. If you can get famous simply because your car broke down, you pulled out your skateboard, some ocean spray, and drank it and happened to tape it, you didn't really do anything and you didn't intend to do anything. You just posted it to post it and it went viral, huge. Everybody tried to copy you. That wasn't content. You just lucked out,
I, re-
and
I
because of that, they got him that guy a new truck filled with ocean spray. So it's like it's totally helped him, and he was just doing him. That's what I love about it. I think that's what a lot of people liked about it is he wasn't looking for fame and glory. He was just like, I got to keep moving.
What's up, Ant? I see you on What It Do. I was going to say this, Dion, after what you just said. I remember when Arsenio Hall show, the first, the first time it was out, and he had Eddie on, Eddie Murphy on, and they got to talking about Eddie and Eddie doing TV shows and things like that, and Eddie said, "Why would I do a TV show? If I did a TV show, I would be saturating the market with myself. Then why would people come see me at the movies if they can see me every week on?" And I think about, that wasn't that long ago. I know it seems like a lifetime ago to a lot of people. That wasn't that long ago. Fast forward to now, the hottest comic right now on the planet, Kevin Hart, is everywhere all the time. TV commercials, magazines, movies, podcasts. Now he has a talk show. I don't know if oversaturating matters as much as it used to matter in terms of content, Dion.
I
Well,
think it's different. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to
Go ahead.
say, here's the thing with Kevin Hart is you can put out as much content as you want, but the quality of the content is always going to decrease the more you saturate the market with it. Not every Kevin Hart movie is a successful box office smash. Not every Kevin Hart movie is, wow, that was a really good movie. Sometimes you watch a movie and you're like, oh, he just got another check, and that's all it was. And if that's your thing, more power to you. But me personally, I don't want to do something just to be cashing in on the hot thing. And to Warren's point about the guy with the ocean spray, he was doing him, and he caught lightning in a bottle, and he went viral. But he hasn't done anything since that. So if you're doing you and doing you gets you viral, then what do you actually need to change? You don't change anything. You can't determine what one particular thing is going to make you pop. So you just keep doing you until you get there.
Dion, what's on your list thing you need to change?
The first thing I need to change is my sheets. I need to change my bed sheets. I need to get new sheets on my bed. It's about to be fall, and I got the spring sheets still on the bed, so I need to go to the store and buy some bed sheets, change it up
All right.
for the winter time. Get a thread count going. That's more suitable for the colder
Like you want to
temperatures.
live?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I, I need to change my temperament a little bit. I can be quick to anger at times, so I need to I need to get better about that. What are you making that face,
I
Dion?
can slide right over that. Okay, Dion. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
not making.
um,
Did you see what Cheryl wrote?
Oh my God, stanky bed. Yes. All right, let me go ahead and start from the top. Then we're gonna go back to war real quick. Learning how to set a damn boundary Michelle says that's what she needs to change. Michelle, I like that one. That's a good one. And that's a honest take. I like that one. Cammy says, learn to love myself. I know how to talk nicely to others and be a good cheerleader, but not to and for myself. Cammy, damn it, that's another good honest one. I like that one, but I'm gonna see if I can help you out with that one a little bit because I could be. In fact, I'm kind of skipping these two real quick. This is gonna be on my list. I could be a better cheerleader, so I'm gonna try to be a better cheerleader for you too, Cammy, because you are great at doing it. So that is a good one though. Facebook user says maybe do skits or have cartoonists illustrate your material. I enjoy watching shorties. So that's an idea maybe for the three of us. Someone's throwing at us.
Whoever said that, join the Patreon to support because cartoons are expensive.
Super expensive. And that's a good plug there, Deanna, and very true about the cartoons. Robert Scott says the problem is content at the mercy of those who would view it subjectively, not objectively. It depends on the flavor of the time to get your product noticed and picked up. And very true there, very true. Warren, what's your next one? What you got?
Next one is my email address. If you guys want to email me, you can email me at warrenbhall@aol.com. There are times when I've said AOL to people and they stop what they're doing, like people are rocking babies and they just let the baby cry and go, I'm sorry, AOL? AOL? So it still works. So to me, I don't see I get the emails. I send emails out. I don't see the problem. But apparently some people think that AOL is, look at Dion's face.
You didn't see it. You didn't see
like
it,
Bill
but
Cosby about to open a new Jello pop. Just
you couldn't tell, but I had a slight epileptic seizure when you said AOL. so
All I heard was, "You've got mail."
it works.
well, I think Warren knows what he needs to do. So let's move on to Dion. Dion, what's your next one?
I need to change my dietary habits. I need to eat
Because
better.
of the sheets.
Yeah. Oh, I set you up perfectly for that one. There's no rebuttal. I'm just gonna let you go with that how you will. I need to change the way I eat.
All right, I gave mine already, so we'll go back to the folks again. Just because this one was so great. Cheryl says, "Oh my God, stinky bed." So I wanted to make sure I read that again. Facebook user says, "Spoken like a real single guy." I'm sure they're talking about you and your bed sheets. I'm sure. Someone says, "Me too, Michelle." Robert says, "Might change, more discipline, not criticizing my writing so much." All right, that's a good one. Cam says, "All thanks, Sid. I needed that." Well, we got nothing but love for you, Cam. All right, let's go to Deanna, your next one. I'm sorry, Warren. Warren B, your next one. What's your third one?
Financial knowledge, my own personal financial knowledge in how money works. I'm trying to learn. I'm learning more, but it's not a I want to. It's a I need to. There were times like I've looked up things in the last year that I just should have looked up before. Like when someone said a dividend, I would just nod my head. I didn't know what dividend was. When someone said they're raising capital, I didn't know if they had a child named Capital. I didn't know what it was, and I was embarrassed to admit, hey, what does capital mean, and actually ask them. And now, thanks to Siri and everything, you can just what does capital mean? Okay, yeah. So you can. There's no reason that we don't understand money better, credit, all that.
Yeah, you and I had a great conversation a couple of days ago in terms of talking about money and credit and all that kind of good stuff. Deanna, what's your next one?
Y'all had a conversation about money without me, huh? Let's see where this podcast is
How
going.
can we get Dion's money? That was the conversation.
Yes. How can we get that life insurance?
let me tell you how you can get Dion's money. Make it for him because he don't got none. My third thing that I would change, I need to change my location. Honestly, I think I need to move out of Indiana. I'm not close to any of the things that I need to be close to, even in proximity with the comedy club. An hour away, I can't go as much as I want just because financially it doesn't make sense at this point in my career to go and do the shows that I could do on a regular basis because I live so far away. So it's like I'm not going to gain more career quality versus the amount of time it's going to take me to go there and do the shows. So I probably need to move.
That makes sense.
My third one's going to be I need to be more precise with my goals. I think as you get later on in life, and I'm not saying I'm old, but I think you have to be aware of where you are in life, whether it be because of your age or because what we talked about earlier. Sometimes it seems like people are just dropping at a younger rate, at a younger age. So you got to get more precise about what you want out of life, whether it be family or career or whatever it is. So for me, I just need to be more precise about my goals. And I think if you become a little more precise, then you can apply a little bit more precision to where you're trying to go. So that's something that I need to do. I need to change. Let's see here. Someone says they be like, "Do you still got a cassette player to Warren?" Warren, what? Michelle says also smoking less weed, cook more, stop thinking I can change beans that aren't dogs, and my car's oil. Oh, she needs to change her car's oil. I like that, and I like she needs to stop thinking she can change people. I like that one. That's a good one, Michelle. Warren,
You can change people. It's just the way you change people.
if people want to change, you can't change anyone. You can. People have to want
You,
to.
you got to invite them to think that they're doing it themselves. Correct.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on there, Doctor Claw. Let's go to
Dr. Claw.
gadgets.
Connected to what you said, Sid, and what I said, my financial status. So I think people always go, I want to make $1 million, but they never do the specifics, like you said, to think of how can I make that $1 million. You can't just say I want to make 1 million. You got to try to, you got to aim. You got to aim. What can I do? What do I do? How fast is Dion going to die? He's going to make the money and leave it to me. What is going to happen? Because right now it doesn't look like we're going to make it, Sid. So come on, buddy, you can do it. We have faith in you. Make that money.
Hits vape harder.
What's your fourth one, Dion?
uh, I need to change my organization. I talked about this earlier on a different episode, how unorganized I am, but I definitely need to really focus on being better organized. I'm getting better, slowly but surely, but definitely need to get better organized, especially if the IRS is checking on $600 in the bank account. I need to definitely get more organized with my financial situation. So,
Absolutely. Um, I'm going to say shake off more people, shake off more dead weight. I was talking to someone about this earlier on. He was interviewing me for his podcast, and just being more comfortable with, hey, we're friends, but everybody don't get to take this ride with me, and that's just what it is. I would love for you to be able to, but you don't display the attitude, the ability, and most important for me, the want to. And I have to be okay with leaving you behind, so to speak. I used to have be that used to be a real issue for me because I look at some of the people who've made it, the Adam Sandlers of the world and that type, and it from the outside looking in, it looks like they've kind of taken their crew with them. But again, on the outside, not being on the inside, I'm sure there might have been some motherfuckers he had to shake off as he was making that trip. So just being better about understanding, I love you. I love you to death, but I'm trying to do this. And if you're not about trying to do this with, you got to go. What? Screw you guys. Screw you guys. Anyway, that's something for me. Let me go to the comments over here. You guys are dicks. All right. So, Kevin says, yes, Warren, I need to focus more on where my money should be going. And then Robert Scott says, Warren, check out Investopedia.
Investopedia.
Yes. So that's one there.
Down. Is it a website?
Robert, is it a website or is it a book? Let's go to Dion while Warren writes that down. Let's go to Dion. Dion, what's your fifth one?
um, this one's important to me. I need to change the way I interact with certain people. I need. I'm going to start charging people for the dearth of knowledge that I have in certain aspects when they come to me. A lot of times I give out free advice and I get mad when people hear it but don't apply it. And it's like, well, if I'm going to get frustrated, at least I should be financially compensated. So when it comes to comedy, I'm going to start charging uh, people for the information that I have when it comes to the business of comedy, because I have sat back and watched too many young comics have a conversation with me about comedy and then turn around and do absolutely nothing with the information. It's like, you know what? I should be getting compensated for it, because wasting my time and not getting paid for it when I'm trying to help you get better at the thing you're trying to do is frustrating. Like it really upsets me when I watch people who I've told them, hey, you should do this, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, and then turn around and not friggin' do it. It's like you just wasted an hour of my life talking to you about this thing, and then you didn't turn around and do it. So I'm definitely going to start putting a monetary number on my advice that I give people.
I like that one, and I also like this comment someone put up. I'm assuming it's Jessica, maybe it's Davizi. It says we call those people ask holes. They ask for advice and they don't do what you tell them. I like
That
that
was
one.
Jessica.
Okay, I've never heard the ask holes. That's pretty good. Um, Warren, what's your fifth and final?
Well, I first of all, to go back to Dion, that's a great idea. And sadly, the way people are, 90, and I'm going low, 90% of people, when you tell them something that'll help them out, they hear you, but they're not going to take it and they're not going to use it, even if they should. I know things I know today. If you told me 10 years ago you should do this and get it, I still wouldn't have done it, and I have no idea why. Just you don't think it means anything. It doesn't mean anything until it means something.
Well,
So when
go ahead. I'm sorry, Warren. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, you and I were discussing something earlier today, and I think we're on the same page, maybe. But when you're talking about that young comic who came to you asking
Ah,
your thoughts on something, I think most young people, they only come to ask things because they're hoping you're going to confirm what they already believe to be true, or confirm that
right,
whatever they're doing is right. And when you don't, it's in one ear and out the other because they've already come to you thinking that they have all the answers anyway.
right.
And that's, I think that goes for a lot of us when we were at that age, because you're immature, you don't understand certain
I
things.
know a friend who was having some issues, and they were saying this and that about the issues. So I was like, well, the problem is you keep doing this, and they were like, I thought you were going to take my side. I'm like, did you forget who you were coming to talk to? If you want someone to just cradle you, go to your friend who's just going to cradle you, because I know people who, whatever you want them to say, oh, I feel bad about that. But then a real friend, like Dion has no problem. Like I said, he's on that short list of people who goes, you're being too sensitive. You're being too sensitive. Take your thumb out of your mouth when I'm talking to you. You're being too sensitive. And that's a real friend. Sometimes you need to know, come on, stand up, cut it out.
Yeah, I'm the friend that had you on speaker, and I'm trying to send emails. So, or what's your fifth and final, sir?
My patience level. I
Yeah.
gotta change my patience level. It's not where it should be on almost everything. Luckily, my kids are ahead of the school curve because of how I failed at school. I'm on them 300% to push them. So the joke is, hey, if I can get my fourth grade knowledge into you by the time you hit first grade, you'll hit the ground running. But even then, sometimes I'm I'm not as calm as I should be. Like a new trick I've taught myself is sometimes I have to whisper to myself, he just doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's not trying to get over on you. He's not trying to be slick. He's not trying to be lazy. He doesn't know the answer. So once you're dealing with someone and you realize they just don't know, well, now you can't be mad.
Yeah.
That you're an asshole if you're mad. Once I realize you really don't know, you're not joking. You don't know. It's easier to work with you now because now I know you don't know. But for some reason in my mind, it was like I told you earlier, so I know you know now.
Right.
So my patience level all over the place. And like I said, I've got my own sandwich stories. I'll tell you what happened. I'm at the Subway. I tell the guy, I'm like, this kind of sandwich, I love pepper jack cheese. He says, we're out of pepper jack cheese. I go, oh, okay. So I go to cheddar. That's my second go to, right? So then maybe two people later, I hear the guy go, so you wanted extra pepper jack? And I'm like, what the fuck? What did you? Hey, and Malone was with me. He's like, let it go. I'm like, no, no, I asked you very nicely if I could have some pepper jack, and you told me you're out of pepper jack. Oh, well, I went in the back. But then you should have told me you went in the. It was a big thing. It was a big, big thing over pepper jack cheese. Now, again, in my defense, the dude should have came and said, hey, sir, we haven't wrapped your sandwich yet. I found that we do have some pepper jack cheese. I was ready to fist fight this dude because I took it as possibly racial. You gave the white woman pepper jack cheese. But when the black man asked you, and you know me, Dion, that's the last place I go to. That's the last place. Some people start there. Oh, it's because I'm black, dude. I'm black too. What are you talking about? It's the last place I go.
You should have shook all the pepper jack cheese out of his pockets.
I thought about it.
That poor white woman hasn't ate pepper jack since.
She probably hasn't because I took hers.
I I will save this one, but Warren, I'm right there with you. My patience. And for me, patience and anger are two different things for me, in my eyes. Because every time I'm impatient doesn't mean I'm really angry with you. I can be impatient with you and upset with you because I expect you to be doing better and to know better. But those are two different things. So I need to be more patient. I think I've gotten to a certain point in life and with my career where I have people who work for me and people who work with me, and I'm pretty able to call the shots for the most part. And I think sometimes I got to be careful because that doesn't necessarily carry over outside of my work life. And so I can become impatient with people outside of my work life. So I gotta be better about that. So I can admit that. All right, let me read some of these comments here. Cheryl says crusty sheets needs to be paid. so, so
Mind your business, Cheryl. Mind your business.
she is. You put it out there. Then someone says, Dion, that is a pet peeve of mine, wasting valuable information on posers. Someone says, facts, Sidney. You, whoever that is now the greatest person of the show. So that goes up on the screen because you said facts.
Oh my gosh.
So you actually get an applause break for that, for being the smartest person on the show. So thank God, thank you, and God thanks you for being around.
I hope they make you a smash sandwich.
Someone says, for stocks and financials, beating the street, the little book that beats the market, both on Amazon. So those are two other things there. One, I don't know if you want to get those down or not. Robert also says, man shot at Subway over pepper jack cheese. And then Michelle says, cheese is no joke. People are serious about their cheese, about what they like, what kind they like. Like, I won't fuck with certain cheese at certain places because I know it's not real cheese. I know it's just a bunch of oil you throwing on a sandwich. So, yeah, people are serious about it. All right. Let's get to the end of the show. We're going to go to our last segment here before we get out of here. Again, folks, sorry for the quick show, but hopefully you enjoyed the quick one with us. But we're going to go to our Wait One More Thing. And we're going to start, as we always do, with Mr. Warren B. Hall.
You see, I thought you said we weren't going to do the wait one more thing.
I thought you guys said you wanted to do it again. I thought we said we was doing it. I thought maybe I'm wrong. Did we say we weren't?
Do you have one, Dion? Do you have one?
I do have one.
Because I
Do
thought
you
we said
need-
Let's segue to Dion.
okay, Dion, go ahead.
My wait one more thing for this week is do something for yourself. A lot of times, the three of us, we get up here and we put on the show for you guys, and we love doing the show, but mainly it's for you guys. We wouldn't be able to do it if you guys weren't here. As a stand-up comic, my job is to make other people laugh, and I put a lot of energy and effort into doing that. But at the end of the day, you are all you have, and so don't neglect yourself in order to put other people above you. Take time for yourself. Find a way to enjoy the journey that you're on while you're walking down that path. Just for me personally, the past probably 3 weeks particularly have been really, really eye-opening as far as needing to do more for myself and less for other people. So just remember to treat yourself, basically. I mean, I've been working really, really hard and I haven't had the time to treat myself. And so I'm planning on treating myself coming up here in a couple weeks when I get a little bit of downtime. So just, treat yourself accordingly.
So,
I had written one.
okay.
So I agree with Dion most definitely. Cammy, I hope you were listening. Mine was wait, one more thing was make daily choices. I've been reading a lot about, like I said, financial and stuff like that, and about choices. So some people don't make a choice because they're afraid they're going to make the wrong choice, and by not making a choice, you've still made a choice. So if you're going to make a choice anyway, try your best to make choices that are in your best interest. So we all know things that we do, and then after you're like, why did I do that? Why did I smoke that cigarette? Why did I eat that chocolate? Why did I call that girl? Whatever it is. So attempt to make choices that are in your best interest. If you really say you want to lose 10 pounds, and you know you shouldn't buy that case of beer. So just try to make choices on purpose, purposely make these choices in your best interest. Help yourself out.
I think we've talked about this one a number of times. I think either you or Dion have talked about this before, but it's been something for me for the last few weeks. Don't let other people, and this has been said over and over again throughout the history, let other people rent space in your head, even those that you love. Sometimes things are going to happen. You guys are you're gonna butt heads with people. I think at a certain point you have to be okay with cutting those people off. If it's a person who just brings you down, brings you negativity, no matter how much love you want to give that person, no matter how much love you've tried to give that person, if there's nothing being reciprocated, I think it's okay for you to worry about self and move on from that situation. And that goes for blood relatives. I think some of us hang on to those situations a little too long because we've grown up together or we're related by blood or what have you. But if those experiences don't bring positivity on a regular basis, then it's okay to excuse yourself from that person's life or vice versa, however you want to see it. So I think it's just another way to maintain your own self, your own sanity, your own self-respect along the way as you make your travels also. So
In the interest of helping people, do you have a suggestion of how maybe you would do that if it's like someone who's a relative or a lifelong friend? How do you? It's easy to say cut them out. Do you have any suggestions how they could possibly step forward and leave this person behind?
well, I'm speaking in terms of if you've had another negative experience or words with someone, I don't believe in having the same conversation over. I think if you just remove yourself from the situation, everyone gets the hint after a certain point of time. Even yourself, it hurts in the meantime, but even after a while, that separation, you just tend to go on with life and understand it is what it is, and that person understands what it is as well. I don't think it
Kind of
needs.
duck out.
Say again.
So kind of duck out.
I don't want to say duck out. I just want to say just take a step back because if you end up having the same conversation over and over and over, you might as well be just talking to the wall, and then that's just going to only upset you even more. So to me, take a step back. Doesn't need to be talked about anymore. It's already been discussed. I've already let you know how I feel. You haven't been listening. It's not a concern of yours, obviously. So I'm gonna let you be where you are. I'm gonna be where I am, and let things be where they be. I don't know if that works for everyone, but that works for me, and I would say give it a shot. To me, it's better than going through that same cycle of being hurt and upset or hurt and upset. So let's see. Someone says send me a sandwich and a condolence card. Okay, so KB says you guys in this community are absolutely wonderful. I am so grateful to have your beautiful faces and amazing perspectives to look forward to. Thank you guys for another amazing show. Cam, I'm gonna put that one up there because you said something nice about all three of us, and give you an applause break there. So thank you very much, Candy. But I would say the same thing about you, girl. Everything you say to us, make sure you say to yourself twice every morning and twice before you go to bed. You are a wonderful spirit. You're always positive on this show. You're the only person who's always positive, whether we agree or disagree. But every week you watch and support, and you're positive each and every time. And I adore you for that. I would say I love you, but you may be dating some crazy dude that's gonna come down here or something. So just to let them know I said I adore you. She up there in the northwest, northwest. You don't know what's going on up there. Dion says, Cammy, we love you. See, Dion shouldn't have said we. I never said I love you. I said adore. You shouldn't have said that, Dion.
We, as in the now that's debatable community.
I know
Relax,
what you mean. Don't put all our lives on the line.
Relax. I'm setting a line in the sand. I'm not gonna let you cross it.
What? Cheryl says,
I just
thanks,
use
guys.
your weight.
Ride
one more
together,
take. That's what I
we
did.
die together.
Oh, okay. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Cheryl says, thanks, guys, for the great show. Thank you, Cheryl. And Cheryl, thank you for letting me know you're not leaving me anything and for picking on Dion and his filthy sheets. All right, you guys have
They're
been...
not filthy. They're old. Let's get that clear cut and dry. They're just old. That's all.
Dion, Ward, safe travels. I love you both. I'll see you guys next week. We'll see all of you guys next week as well. Have a great week.
Thank you. Love you guys. Appreciate it.
See ya.